Whether you're a student hitting the books or emergency rescue team member constantly on standby, it's not easy to make time for some cultural activities, be it visiting the opera halls or theaters. What if the performers visit your neck of the woods instead? Lee Ji-won shows us how they deliver closer to your doorsteps.
In Taebaek City, in the east of the country, Hamtae Elementary School is holding a special opera class for the day. Let's go take a look. A team of opera performers has come to this school with interactive show to give students a sneak peek of the grand world of opera.
오페라란 말이야. 우리가 알고 있는 재미있는 이야기에 아름다운 음악을 붙여서 노래로 부르는 거야.
With different characters dressed in costumes to tell the story and quizzes to intrigue the students and get them to actively participate, the team is able to not only bring opera closer to its young audience, but also make it a lot of fun.
I was disappointed because I was waiting for more characters to come out and sing. The singers' voices were cool, so I had a lot of fun.
I wanted to see more, but it ended so soon. I want to go see an opera at a real theater next time.
This opera team is one of the many across the country that take their show to the people, performing at community centers, schools, and workplaces. Some audiences can't travel to theaters or opera halls themselves as they're either too busy, live in remote areas, or just haven't thought about going to a theater. So these teams are taking culture to them. So since 2010, the Korea National Opera has been bringing the stage to the audiences.
It's not easy for students in remote areas to go and enjoy the opera. So we thought of visiting the schools ourselves, and the students seem to really enjoy these classes because it turns their ordinary classroom into a stage. We hope our efforts bring students closer to opera.
But it's not just these remote schools that get to enjoy performances in their classrooms. At Seoul Tapsan Elementary School in the west of the city, performers play traditional Korean instruments to entertain the students. Students get to appreciate the unique sounds of the janggu, a Korean drum, and the haegeum, a string instrument, combining to make Korea's traditional folk music 국악.
Many students still find 국악 difficult and boring, so through this class we hope to show them how fun and easy these instruments are to play.
With quizzes and hands-on activities, the students also get to learn the different parts of the instruments and how they work.
Young students like myself only enjoy listening to K-pop, but learning about 국악 made me realize how nice our traditional music is. I think the class helped me find new interests in this genre.
Having these classes in regular school hours and not as after-school clubs show that 국악 is just as important as English or math. We hope students realize that 국악 is part of our country's precious culture that must be learned.
And these on-the-road performances are not just for students, but for busy adults as well, including firefighters. A symphony of saxophones filled the Bundang Fire Station south of Seoul as the Gyeonggi Arts Center hosted its culture therapy concert for the firefighters last week. The saxophone quartet played a mix of classics and Korean folk songs to help the firefighters relax for a moment and give them a well-earned break.
Many of those working in small and medium enterprises and civil servants like the firefighters don't have much free time after work, especially to enjoy cultural events. They can be seen as being deprived of culture. So we thought to give them this kind of therapy, to give them a boost in their everyday life.
While many firefighters, still stiff from stress and not used to this kind of relaxing morning, are too shy to actively participate, their enjoyment could be seen in their faces.
Yesterday was a tough day because there were a lot of emergencies, but it's really nice to be enjoying this performance this morning. I feel healed and very comfortable. I hope there are more of these performances held, not just in our station, but in other departments as well. so we can reduce our stress levels and stay mentally healthy.
Though organized by different institutions, these performing groups share the same goal: to enrich the lives of people by bringing music and culture to them. 이지원, 아리랑 뉴스.